Illinois Congressman Aaron Schock, he's made headlines over the years and certainly in the last month or so. Now, remember this? Well, Schock decided, speaking of our last segment, he probably would fit in well. He took to the cover of Men's Health magazine saying how the P90X workout gave him a six-pack, and he definitely wasn't humble about his abs here. Way too much information.
I'm also not going to live in a cave, and so when I post an Instagram photo of me with my friends, as Taylor Swift said, haters are going to hate.
He quoted Taylor Swift,
no,
yes.
He didn't.
Yeah, yes, he did. Now, recently, Schock also made headlines over his Downton Abbey-inspired office. Officials say he may have violated house ethics rules. An interior decorator revamped his office with some inspiration from the PBS hit show. By the way, Andrew is trying to do the same with his space. And officials also say that Schock may have used campaign funds to pay for it. Ironically, Schock also voted to defund public broadcasting, and it goes from the sublime to the ridiculous to the now not even funny at all. Schock's top advisor, Benjamin Cole, resigning after posting racist remarks on Facebook in 2013. In one post, Cole stated, "So apparently the closing of the National Zoo has forced the animals to conduct their mating rituals on my seat. Gentrified Today, Part 1. And in another post, he said, "I just think it would be nice for the president to have his own house of worship since he's not been able to find one suitable in D.C. since 2014 when he moved here," talking about putting a mosque on the front lawn of the White House. Schock also released this statement after this came out, saying he's extremely disappointed by the inexcusable and offensive online comments made by a member of my staff. I'd expect better from any member of my team. Upon learning about them, I met with Mr. Cole and he offered me his resignation, which I accepted. Okay. For me, there's so much to chew on here.
I can't get over those pictures, and I wish you would not show them because I can't get them out of my mind and move.
The Downton Abbey office?
No, the first set of pictures. Those. Ralph, stop.
Stop, Ralph. Seriously. Yeah.
It's blinding.
Yeah. I like the face, too, by the way. But I have a different question, which is, if you go back with this guy, he wasn't just some press aide. This guy was not chief of staff. He was his
communications
director. He'd been doing this for a while. What do you think in today's day and age, with so much social media and everything, where does the buck stop for the elected official to be responsible for his staffers and what they put out online because they're a reflection on him?
Yeah, I mean, I think what he wrote is absolutely deplorable, but I think in terms of the public official, in terms of the representative at this point, the only thing you could do is once you are notified of it is have that person resign.
But I'm saying something different, Jeannie. I'm saying for a year and a half, those comments were available. Somebody found them at whether it was BuzzFeed or somewhere else, and they made it public, then they acted on it. There's videotape of this guy earlier trying to convert people's faiths, etc. My only point is, where do you think responsibility starts and stops? I can argue it both ways. Somebody's saying, hey, I can't police everybody in my office what they write. But he's your communications director. Should you know before the media tells you what he's doing online?
Hopefully you should know, but if you're busy doing those kinds of, pictures, you might not. But no, I think once they know and they are notified, they have a responsibility to let the person go. I can't say I think that a senator or representative should be policing people who work for them. It's deplorable, but we've all had people work for us. How could you possibly police their online activities and hold somebody responsible for somebody else's words?
Well,
I can't see it.
Do a background check that would include things that they've tweeted or things that they've Facebooked?
Well, absolutely. But if they didn't find it for whatever reason, and I don't know if we found out that he knew, I think that he's got a problem.
I agree with you, and I don't necessarily hold Congressman Schock responsible for the things that his aide did, but I think Schock deserves some of the grief that he's getting over some of the things that the aide did do. I think that's the way it works.
I think the photos are enough to indict. So, all right, when we come back. This issue you may have heard of where the president is getting some heat over comments he made at a national prayer breakfast. President referencing the role of Christians in the Crusades when speaking about unrest surrounding religion today. Now, nobody's saying that he's technically wrong, but the question is, did he go too far, or are critics here just looking for a fight? We'll debate that when we return.